finger. So we're going to grab all 4 fingers and we're going to begin peeling this hand off of my tendon. Remember, he's got a good handle in my tendon. I need to go in, peel that, grab all 4 fingers. My thumb will go through where the pinky meets his fingers. My top fingers will grab where his index finger meets his knuckles, and we'll just peel that off. Meanwhile, his arm's coming out. So as it slides out, we want to make sure he lost the grip of my tendon. So I pull this into my body. Your right leg in this case is clamped down so that your left leg, in this case it's my left leg, can go around his neck. But here's what I want you to focus on. It doesn't just go around and swing in as a bent leg. It goes around as a straight leg. That's so important, and I'll explain why in a minute. It goes as a straight leg, and then we fix our body. When I want to fix my body, it's both legs that are doing the work, but it's primarily the friction of this leg on the lat that's going to turn me around the corner. So we're going to push down on our training partner's lat. It's going to turn me around the corner, and then we're going to have a very good bite on this leg so that we can now lock our triangle, pull the head down, squeeze the knees, and get an excellent finish. What we have to be cognitive of is that if I go as a bent leg around the neck, we could run into some trouble, and really it's minor troubles. It's minor troubles at this point, but what happens is your calf will hit the neck before the strangle gets tight. So let me demonstrate that real quickly. We have the arm, Lance stacks me. I was able to defend that, but what happens is I went as a bent leg. When we go swinging around the corner as a bent leg, my calf will always hit the neck before my actual leg. And what you could get is you could swing around the corner and you could get a shallow triangle. It's not tight. And that's going to give him time and room to start breaking down, your triangle, frames inside, etc., etc. It's not going to be as it could be. So what we're going to do is make sure that I go as a straight leg. So when we're here, he's stacking me. When I go from a bent leg to a straight leg, now it's tight. My hamstring is tight on the neck. So when we shift into our triangle, this is tight. There is no space behind our leg now. And then we can lock our triangle in, make sure that we pull the head down, flex the foot up, which will help me squeeze my knees together, and then hips up as we pull the head down. Remember, when you're finishing a triangle, essentially that we want to pull the head down so the head doesn't move while we bring our hips through his neck. That's essentially what we're trying to do. And when we do have a figure 4, we flex our foot up. I do the triangle. What we're going to do is we're going to flex our foot up to help us squeeze our knee. So this foot's going to flex up, which helps me close my knees. Visually, you can see that it closes my knees better. And then when we pull, please always grab the head with both hands. We pull the head down, we bring the hips up. We're going to have a very, very strong finish on the triangle. Let's just look at this bent leg position. So that's perfect. When we go to a triangle, at any time, if I have a bent leg, that's what's going to happen. And that could mean the difference between him tapping, going to sleep, or not. Even if my legs are completely locked, it may give him an opportunity for our last resorts and all this, etc., this stuff, etc. So when the leg goes straight and then it presses in and then buckles down, there's no space. And that's really what I want you to do from this position here where we peeled his hand off the tendon to a straight leg, and then we cut the angle with our body on the lat and then flex everything up. It's going to be much, much tighter from the very beginning. So we're going to hit this one more time, but want to make sure that we peel off the hand from the tendon, because if I don't, he's going to pull my arm down to the hip. So we peel that off first and foremost. The leg goes straight, and then we're going to essentially do our stiff-legged hip movement that we would use from the guard, but we're going to use it off his lat, and my other left leg will help me, and it's going to move your hip out to a position where we can finish the triangle. Do remember that you can cut at a complete angle or you can stay square on. Both triangles are highly, highly, highly effective. I do not need to have an angle cut all the way around the corner, as long as I meet the requirements that my leg is very tight. I've got a tight figure 4. I flex my legs up, my knees squeeze, and I can pull
his head down with both hands, and he's not hugging my hip, we'll be able to finish a front triangle regardless if I get an angle or if I'm square on. They both are excellent triangles. So one more time, again, Lance, I get him in an arm, and he has stacked me. And the first thing that we're going to do is that arm leaves, we pull this down, this leg is biting down. This leg must back heel to keep my leg and my hips high. If I drop my hip, there's no chance of a triangle. So this right leg is going to keep my hip up so that my hip is tight in his armpit. And then we're using the stiff-legged method with the right leg, pushing down and turning on the lat, which now makes it very, very tight. And if you need, you can hit a hand assist. If Lance begins kind of crowding me, we can hit a hand assist, put the leg on the hip, move my body away, and then lock our tight triangle and make sure that we have that finish off of the stack. So triangle off stack is an excellent counter or follow-up as long as we make sure we peel the hand off and get those things going early on.